What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it look like the race narrative is still being pushed in the media with this Caitlin Clark situation. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. I truly thought the race narrative was over for Caitlin Clark in the 2025 season. Her team put together a wonderful lineup for him, and it's looking like it's going to be the up and up for the Indiana Fever next year. Well, we all know her agent, Aaron Kane, came and spoke out and about Caitlin Clark possibly being paid her just dues in the W. I don't think she ever will be paid, at least from the league. That's my prediction, but some WNBA reporters thought it was their business to speak on this matter on their podcast. Now, these are CBS reporters, credentialed media folks, and they feel as if Caitlin Clark really wasn't the person to help move the sport forward, and she really don't just deserve the money for the most part. No one pushed the needle harder than Caitlin. Data proves it. Viewership proves it. She's responsible for over, I believe, 20% of the WNBA sales or something like that. It's just astronomical numbers, bro. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And you can't shy away from the numbers that Caitlin Clark has been doing to help push this league forward. No disrespect to any other rookie. You know, Cameron Brink is wonderful. I just don't think nobody has done the things that Caitlin has done. You know, people can say Angel. No, she has not. Now, Angel has made a big present for all the wrong reasons, but she definitely did not contribute to viewership whatsoever. The data shows it. I'm going off of data. You know what I'm saying? What does these numbers look like? And the numbers prove Caitlin Clark moved the needle harder than anybody else. But with all that being said, this is a long, little thing here, and we're just going to react to it all. And yeah, let's get to it, man.
Be paid her true worth by the league. We actually have a quote here. Will the person interviewing said, "Will Caitlin Clark ever be paid by the WNBA what she's really worth to that league?" And Aaron said, "I don't think that's possible. She's part of a larger player body. They all need to be paid more. She should be recognized for what she has done and what she's brought to the league from an economic standpoint. It's as simple as that." And you know, a lot of people had a lot of things to say about this. She also went on to say that she's very, very hopeful for the current CBA negotiations and pushing the line forward on player salaries. And the most important thing has always been getting WNBA players paid for what they do on the court. And so it's important to note that, you know, obviously she's not an agent just for Caitlin. She has a lot of WNBA players underneath her as well. And to me, as I understand that Caitlin is, you know, one of her clients, probably, I don't want to say her biggest one, but definitely one that she focuses a lot on, I'm sure. And so she's going to say this.
Caitlin Clark is her biggest client, guys. There's nobody. She's Michael Jordan, bro. Like, y'all acting scared to even say it. Like, ain't nobody bigger than Caitlin in sports, bro. Like, I'm sorry to cut it off, but damn, dog. Like, y'all hating already. Hating already. She's the biggest person in sports. She's bigger than LeBron James right now.
But, you know, the overall arching thing for me is just pay the players. And that's always been something that we've been talking about. And I really, really think we're going to see that. We have to, as a matter of fact, see that in the CBA negotiations, because the players aren't going to settle for less, period. They want that revenue share. They want what they're owed based on what you know, the TV deal is and all of these things. And they should be, because this is a league that everyone has their eyes on. The popularity, you can even see it in how much the new franchises are worth coming in. The money is there. It's coming in, I mean, spades. Like, it's all over the place. Like, money is coming and the players deserve to get it. And so I'm glad that is what this article ultimately conveyed. I think it was like a little weird the way that it came through. And a lot of people had things to say about positioning just Caitlin Clark, which I agree with, because she's not the only player that brought in revenue. She's not the only player who's bringing in eyes. She's brought in a lot. Her impact is great, but you could say the same thing for the entire rookie class.
How could you say that? When I tell y'all, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The numbers don't show that all the other rookies brought in the same amount of revenue as Caitlin Clark. The numbers just don't show it. The data's not there. So how could you get on here, work for CBS, tell the masses of people, well, all of the other rookies played a part in this. We can't forget about them. Caitlin played the biggest part. No disrespect to all of the other rookies. The data shows who contributed the most, bro. Let's get back to this thing, dog. This is what we talking about.
That came in last year, and other players as well that are existing that are bringing in so many eyes to this league. So, the article is a little weird in its positioning, but ultimately what it's saying is true and it must happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen. It's some of the players she represents also, Enrique, Fee, so I don't have an issue with what she said or how she said it. A job of an agent is to push their client, and that's what she was doing. I think that the underlining message of what she said, at least right now, I think that I agree with, and it's not just a Caitlin Clark thing. I think that I was reading while you were talking about just looking at the revenue of the WNBA over the years. So if you look at it from an economic standpoint, right? The issue is that because the league hasn't been profitable for most of its existence, it's still very much in the red and it's not operating in the black yet, right? So what happens then is with the new CBA, yes, the numbers are going to go up because you have the media rights and all the things surrounding it also going up. But then the owners who have been putting money into their franchises, if they own one, are going to want their return. So then that makes the pot smaller to give back to the players and to give all the things that they want. So in a sense, I hear what she's saying. When you look at leagues like the NBA and the NFL, who have been profitable since essentially their existence, that's why the owners and the players are able to make such exorbitant amount of money. I mean, if you look at what the NBA players are making, you're talking about $300 million deals. And also they've been around longer than the WNBA and they've been profitable longer. So the issue is that the WNBA has to figure out how giving back to the owners who have put in and want the return on their investment, rightfully so, because they have been putting into something that is just now getting profitable for them. Also figuring out how to make it profitable then for the players playing in the league. That's where it gets tricky because it's now like, well, how do we make sure that everybody is paid their value when we owe so much money to the people who have been putting into it to help bring it to this point in where it is, right? So I hear what she's saying regarding Caitlin Clark. I don't think Caitlin Clark's the only reason why the WNBA has become profitable. It's been 25 plus years of working and grinding to this point. Now, yes, it has skyrocketed in the last season, in part due to her star power. I think we all know that. We have all said that.
Okay, now she's
going to argue
admitted
that. We know what it is. We know what the numbers are. We know what the viewership numbers are. We got it. We're good. We're clear on that. I think in terms of maybe what she was saying in terms of that skyrocket right now, the WNBA couldn't pay her what they're paying, say, John Morant or an Anthony Edwards or any of the young stars in the NBA. The money's just not there. And even if it is there, it's not there enough to give her that kind of a salary and then still be able to pay other players who are also worth an exorbitant amount of money what they're worth. So in a sense, I get what she's saying. It's going to be interesting how the CBA is going to reconstruct player salaries while also giving back to owners who have put money into franchises and are going to look for their return. That's the biggest thing that I'm interested about when this new CBA comes, because I don't want the players to get the short end of the stick in order to give the ROI back to the people who have been funding these franchises for 20 plus years. That's really what I'm looking at when the CBA comes out.
Well, there's a couple things that I want to say about that. One is the owners are getting their money tenfold in their investment. The teams are worth so much more now than they were when they
This
purchased them,
lady.
that they're getting their money back in that. They could sell their team tomorrow and make a boatload of money. That's one thing that when you
You have no clue what you're talking about. They're not getting their money back. Once again, they can sell their team. And lady, the data proves they're still in the hole. She just said they're still in the hole. Look at her face. Look at her face when you're talking. She just said that, and you gonna say what you just said. Bro, we need real people in the media covering this thing, dog.
you invest in a sports team, it's that long-term investment that you're looking for as well. You can say that the NBA has been profitable since its existence, but not every team has been profitable every year based on their attendance, record, all of those things. So there's that. They're getting that back that the players aren't even going to touch. Like that is an investment that is for them and them only, right? But then you also have to look at the revenue sharing. One thing, and Kelsey Plum has talked about this, she in that interview that she had that went viral, she's not seen a cent. Well, maybe now. I'm not sure. But she had, at the time of that interview, she had not seen a cent from a jersey sale. A jersey sale. So at the time, she had not seen a cent. So that kind of stuff needs to be
Absolutely.
done for sure. So when you're talking about that revenue share, that's part of it. So in addition to getting, the reflection and percentage of what the TV deal is, you also need to get that revenue share in merchandise and, everything that goes underneath that. So all of that really, to me, has nothing to do with, like the owner should obviously get their share, but for the players to not have a share, period, that's an issue.
No, absolutely.
So I am really looking forward to it because I know that the way that the players are moving, they know their worth, they know what they deserve. And, them opting out is one of the, I guess, like things that is showing us that they're not going to play when it comes to the CBA. So I look forward to seeing what they get.
All right, guys, I've had enough. But one thing I will say is that the media need to put on some YouTubers, some real YouTubers, bro. Like if y'all gonna have these little shows and these it's too much race bait content. We need real people on these panels, bro. Like doing these WNBA shows, bro. Like I'm tired of seeing these. Y'all need a John the Liquidator, Adrian Ross. Adrian would be perfect for a show like this. Get somebody that the people is more familiar with. That's right now. It ain't looking good. It's just not looking good. Like, damn. Guys, get down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because I'm going to bring you news. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out.
Shake the haters off.